What's going on, Weekend Hangover Nation? I'm your boy Surf, and I'm back with another look at the undrafted class of 2019. Today we're going to look at the Baltimore Ravens, and I'm going to start off with a young man by the name of Gerald Willis. He's a defensive tackle out of the University of Miami. He's 6'2", 302 pounds. Now, Willis is a curious case because he only really had 1 year of college stats, and that was in 2018. He had 59 tackles, 18 for a loss, and 4 sacks. I mean, it's a pretty dominant 1 year of stats. He only had that 1 year because he started out his college career at the University of Florida, and he was dismissed from their program from a few off-the-field incidents, including a fight with a quarterback. So, he's a bad boy. He missed Miami's bowl game this year with a hand injury, and honestly, I think he's one of the hidden gems in this entire class because I had him with a third round grade during my draft process, and I'm honestly shocked he went undrafted because he's a really talented young man. Inconsistency plagued Willis's game tape. You see these tantalizing glimpses of greatness only to be completely knocked off the spot on the next play. His game is very feast and famine when it comes to penetrating the gaps and getting in and disrupting the backfield. He either lives back there or he doesn't do anything. I'd say that effort defines Willis's game. When it's there, he's dominant. Like I said, it's so inconsistent, it's so frustrating because when it's not there, he's just another guy getting pushed around by interior linemen. I see that when he also doesn't win the initial battle, he's gone, man. He's gone. It's just he has trouble breaking off that block and getting back in and making plays. I really like Willis's game. I think with all the moves that with all the losses Baltimore had, and with a couple of these contracts coming up on some of these DTs that they have, I think Willis has a really good chance of making this roster. Now, I don't know if he can play special teams. I'm not exactly certain I want a 302 guy running out there on special teams, but we'll see what happens. We'll see if Willis makes the team or not. Next up, I got a young man by the name of Marcus Jones. He's a 3-4 edge rusher out of Angelo State, not too sure because Division II school and we don't see them too often, but he's 6'2", 252 pounds, and man, his 2018 stats were absolutely ridiculous. He had 62 tackles, 34.5 for a loss, and 13.5 sacks. He had 33 sacks over the course of his career, which is absolutely dominant at Division II level. The man built a house in the backfield, and he lived in it, dude. Like, you hear about people who are just living in the backfield. That man, like, he owned the whole property, you know? Jones won the most obvious award that anyone in college football could have won, which is the Gene Upshaw Award given to the best Division II defensive lineman, interior and exterior, I would assume. But he just absolutely dominated, so I imagine that had to be on 100% vote. And if not, then there's some serious bias going on. He is relentless. Absolutely relentless. He's got a tireless motor that just doesn't turn off until a whistle. I mean, I know that's probably overly used, the whole over motor thing, but Jones absolutely possesses that. That's a man possessed out there to bring down a player on the other side. And he played end in college, but I think he's got the athletic build to just absolutely excel at that crashing linebacking spot. Now, if you had to look at a negative, and I think it's an obvious negative also, is the level of competition. It's obvious, doesn't need to be said, but I said it anyway. So anyways, that's the Baltimore Ravens, guys. I like both these guys to try to replace some of these holes that they're missing or that they lost over the offseason. And both of them are developmental guys, but I think both of them have a chance to really make this team. Anyways, if you guys like what you see, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll be back with some more undrafted and more weekend hangover stuff.